What's up guys, Super Bash Gaming here, and what happened to my sheep? Well, guys, I have to break out the news, but this is the last episode of this world. Now, I'm not saying this is the last episode of the series, because that's not true. I have a whole new series already starting, and that will be for later. But for this world, it's gonna have to go bye-bye. And what happened, um, was that I was trying to fight off the Wither. And when I did, it came at a consequence, because I wasn't so powerful. And I died to him like a bunch of times, and I lost all my items. And I'm like, you know what? Let's death cheat everything. And that's what I did. Everybody died. My sheeps died, my horses died, and even my Buzzy fellow over here that used to be here is now gone. And now I really don't know what to do at this point. And this episode was originally going to be a slideshow showing you guys, footages that I haven't gave you guys in this world. But I'll leave that for a second part. For this one, I'll just kind of just say my final goodbye in this world until, um, I move on and whatever. So, it is unfortunate that I had to make this kind of go by, in a way that is very disappointing. I really would wish I would have treated this world much better. Had I not had the cheat commands, I would have done so fine. This world would have been good. But I think it was just because I was starting off the world and I really couldn't, like, mess it up and all that. And I did a lot. I died from lava a bunch of times and everything was quite hard. And yeah, I really feel bad a lot because this world had a lot of impact to it. It had a lot to its origins. It showed off, these buildings and everything. Everything was all fine and dandy. And, this roundabout, which isn't even the, well, it's big, but, I could have added a little bit more to this world. I could have added like, more places here, which I should have done, but I never did, so. Probably because my base was all the way over there. I could have done a lot of things in this world that would have been fun. I never did those, and because, well, I had a lot to do with the end, Hence the name, SVG's Big Adventure to the End. And I just never really went to the end in this world, haven't I? Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go in this episode and just go to the end. That's going to be quite, with after all the cheats and everything, I don't think so. So, I think we'll leave it off and just say this world is a piece of crap. Even though it was good for a while. Unfortunately, until the final straw became the point of this world and everything just kind of fell down, but we had a lot of fun in this world. We went traveling, to start off the episode, we built a base, we built our little house, and we built, you know what, let's get over there, actually. If you can't already tell, I'm a little bit sick. Um, so yeah. This was the first time we built our base in this world, and that was the first house we had, and most of the items in this chest I never took, even the diamond helmet, even though I would really want to. I never wanted to, because I felt like it was perfect to keep it in there, like, if I wanted to come here 100 years later, I could, but that might change, maybe I won't, but I don't know. But anyways, this whole base was the first one. It was quite difficult, and I'm honestly gonna say it, I had the worst luck in the first episode of the world. I died a bunch, which was very unlucky of me, because the reason why, this series was originally going to be a multiplayer series. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, so I decided to just go off in single player mode. And later on, I died a lot. I died a lot, and that's why. So, it took me a little bit to make this base. But shortly after that, I eventually made the Nether portal. And I'm honestly going to be that's probably the most hit of this world I'm going to be feeling bad is I won't be able to head to the Nether. Because, in the Nether in the world. Because it has the old Nether clashed in with the new one, and I won't be able to see that anymore with the new world because all of it's going to be new Nether, but that's okay. At least we still have the Nether waste and everything. But I still feel bad anyways, because we're not going to be able to go to the Nether anymore. So, that's kind of going to be off the list. And eventually I made the enchantment house. It looks pretty good looking. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see this thing again, and it's just going to be quite hard going without it, but I have to. So, yeah. And then this base was supposed to be like a church, but I never did. It was supposed to mock the one from the village, and I never finished the whole thing, so it's gonna be left off, abandoned, I guess. Except that we use it a little bit sometimes in others, but not all the time, so it's quite abandoned. I thought I heard a wandering trader. And this is where Morty used to be before he died, or way before he died. Way before he did. And eventually I decided to go over this direction and make a subway station, and make, a big train station, which was originally going to be the plan for this underground section. Unfortunately, I never did that completely. But it was a very long station, and it inspired me to continue working something like this in my other worlds. But you could see how far it goes. It goes all the way back down here. And you can see all this cobblestone placing because there was caves in the way and all that. But this was how extremely far it was. And man, and I've learned that doing a station like this would take forever to do. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this as well. And I've already had plans to making a subway under my base. And I'm really excited to show you guys my base. And I think I'll show you guys at the very end of the video. Um, it's getting dark. But, yeah, eventually I made more of the base. We made this big roundabout. I didn't nickname it anything, but, and my plan was to have this as a forest area, to have this, like, my base there, and then over here would be my redstone area, and I'm never gonna make a redstone area like this again. Only because I don't really, like to experiment extremely on redstone much. Well, at the same time I do, but I don't know, I just don't want to do all the redstone contraptions. Then we have this area, which is where it leads to my base. It was originally going to be a big, and I'm going to say it originally was going to be a big village, but unfortunately that never happened. And if you're wondering what all this mess is, oh, he died. Well, it was supposedly that a creeper blew up, and I think it killed the villager as well. Well, actually, no, we emptied it. No, never mind, we know what happened. And then we have the SVG's first block cobblestone wall. I'm not sure why, but okay. And then we have this tower, but we'll get to that later. At the very tail end of the series when we did that. And here is my base, my main base. And oh my goodness, it took forever to do this whole crap. Honestly, it was the biggest base I've ever made in survival, and oh, we'll get to this in a moment too. And it took a while to do. And then after that, I had to make towers stick out to show off the base a little bit more and express it to show that it actually looks pretty nice and powerful. And once it was done, it was a lot of bricks. A lot of bricks to do, and it was a really nice detailed base. I loved it. But unfortunately, we're also going to have to say bye to this because, you know, we're not going to be able to get to this point of having it. And then we have all the farms, which was a later episode as well, and Sheeps 2, which was when I started going to the Nether. The new Nether, by the way. And that was where all these sheeps were. And going downstairs here would be my mob spawner, and coincidentally and surprisingly, very rarely, I got a monster spawner right under my base, which was good, because then I would have gotten a lot of these zombies and everything, and that's how I would gain so much experience. Over here we have our very new building that sadly we'll have to say bye to, even though it was a very new structure to this place. But because we messed up with the series, it was too quick for this thing to go. And eventually, you know, I'm just gonna have to say goodbye to this. This was supposed to be, you know, where we put all our items in, but unfortunately, we might not be able to experience that for this new base anymore, because now we have to go to a new world, which is quite disappointing in my opinion. And if we'd hacked all the way over there, which I don't want to, you also see my lighthouse base over there, which is extremely far away, the farthest away ever. And I'm just gonna have to say it's really far. You know, it's really far out, and I don't think that you know, I'll ever get to that point of getting there. Well, I will get there, but it's gonna be very far, and I don't know where exactly it is. I'm gonna have to show off my coordinates to know where it is, but I'm not gonna go all the way over there for like 5 hours or whatever. Even though I can go on creative mode, because you know I'm not gonna go in this, because this world's kind of like canned now. So, and then over there would be my Mesa base, all the way over there in the Wild Western side. And originally I was gonna go on episode 13 and actually still continue in the Mesa base, but because my other player came in this world, I left the Mesa base. And originally I was gonna go back there and play out the episode the way it should have been, but I never did. So, and because of this big situation we had. So, yeah, that's definitely not gonna go out the way it would have been. But I really feel bad. This world really had a lot of potential. At the same time, it had a lot of very big problems with it. A lot of flaws, a lot of problems that led to this cancellation of this adventure world in the series. And now we're gonna have to go on with the new series. So there will be an episode 14, not in this world, but in the new world, which will be later. But I wanted to show you guys this whole world before it kind of goes by. And in the next episode of 13 Part 2, I'll show you guys, slideshow of all the things we did in this world. I just wanted to kind of just say my final goodbyes and announce that this world is over. But before we do go, I will show you the other world that I was promising to you guys earlier. So, here we go. Whoop. Oh, where are we? Wow. Whoa. What's this? Huh. Well, guys, that is it. I'm not gonna put my head up. I'm not gonna show you guys the whole, thing. But, this is a sneak peek of the episode 14, what it's gonna be like. So, yeah, as you can tell, I worked a lot on this. But on episode 14 will be the beginning of this world, as I would have said earlier, but I didn't, I guess, I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was quite hard to go away from my original world and make a new world together, but it had to come to a cost because I cheated a lot in the world, so I'm just not going to go back to that world. And, yeah, so I'll see you guys in another video. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.